Hello everybody and welcome to Gnomes. Gnomes is a brand new indie tower defense game with a little bit of roguelike sprinkled in, has a nice retro kind of art style as well, and has only recently been released on Steam and other platforms. The guys who made it, well, I should say the two guys that made it over there at Dystopian, were kind enough to reach out and to pass us a little key as well, in order to kind of get my thoughts on the game, which I played a little bit of now. I haven't won yet, unfortunately. Tower defense has never really been my forte, but I thought, given the fact they were so kind to reach out, I thought I'd give it a wee try. But before we go any further, just want to say, yes, I did receive a free key for this game, so that will, in case that, alters any of my perspective on it, or, if you have to declare that, I think you do, if you got something for free rather than you're paying for it. So do keep that in mind. All of my thoughts, however, are by myself. This is not a paid sponsorship, but this is just a little thank you to say the guys for giving it out to us. So yeah, what is Gnomes? As I said, turn-based, tower defense, a little bit of roguelike elements. What do I mean by the roguelike elements? Well, you've got different ways that you can play. You've got these daily runs, which are kind of, like your usual roguelike kind of things, like, or what you do like a Merriest 2, like a weekly challenge kind of thing. Or you've got your campaigns. Your campaigns where you start off as one of the guilds of Gnomes. That kind of determines like what you start with. So for example, the rogues and the lumberjacks and the rangers, they'll all start with a common house. Houses cost a little bit of money, but they give you population. They also block enemies, which is going to be very important, and we'll go into that a little bit later. The rogues start out with a knife gnome. Doesn't do that much damage, but has a very low cooldown, 0.4 seconds, so they stab quickly but don't do that much damage. The axe gnomes, on the other hand, they do a little bit more damage. They do 2 damage, but they attack every 0.85 seconds. So you can see there the difference. And then you have the archer gnomes, same damage as the knife gnomes, about the same amount of speed as the axe gnomes, but they're bows, which means they can shoot from far away, which is also quite nice. And then you have different ways of making money. So usually everything that you kind of start with, it has a way of making money. It has a relic. These relics are kind of things you can keep in your inventory that do certain things for you. For example, this one lets you re-roll every day. This one gives you a heart every day. This one lets you turn ground into swamp. So this one isn't actually a relic. This is actually just another thing that you can use. I think we might try the rangers. I haven't tried the rangers yet, and you know what? It'll be quite good fun. And we can decide if we want to try the forest or if we want to try the swamp. Now, because we've gone the rangers, I think we want to try the swamp because they have a lot of things that they can only use in swamp. And swamps are very good as well because they reduce the enemy's speed. Trees do block enemies, but enemies can path through them if they need to. So yeah, let's go with the swamp and we'll see what happens. So this is a sort of core screen, if it will, for gnomes. You sit here, you get a line from here. The goblin tent spawns regular goblins. This one's going to spawn 5 goblins at around about 1 a second thereabouts. They've got 1 health each. They've got no shields, which is like their chance to like block damage. And it also tells you their speed is 0.25. So they're not particularly quick, and there's only going to be 5 of them. So hopefully we should be alright. As gnomes, we've got to protect our garden shed. Why are we going to protect our garden shed? Well, we're gnomes, obviously. So we're going to have to build another house in order to put a guy down here. Now, houses you can't move. Once you place down a house, that's it there forever. But you can use houses to block people's paths. So say, for example, if we wanted to, we could put this house here, and that would force them to have to path this way. As of now, it's not particularly important. We're just going to put that house there for just now. We're not really going to need to block anybody. I'm going to put an archer there. He should be able to shoot and kill those guys pretty easily. And I think what we'll do too is we're just going to put down a whole bunch of rice. There we go. So we can make some nice money. There's also a shop here. So we can see here, we can get a Bodhi tree. Blocks enemies, and you gain a banish, which are these things here. So you can remove this item from the pool and then re-roll it. Only have a certain number of banishes. We've got 3 at the moment. And then you can choose if you want to buy things. Some things cost quite a lot. Some things cost a little bit less. Usually the plants don't cost that much to buy, but they've also got build costs every time you put it down. So, got to keep that in mind. Those bone chimes look quite interesting because although we don't have any way of getting banishes, unfortunately. If we had a way of like getting more banishes, that would be quite an interesting thing to buy because we get 2 gold every time we use a banish. And then we got some other relics. We got the ruby, so gnomes get a crit chance. And a statue, gnomes with a 2-tile radius get +1 damage, which also stacks with other ways of increasing damage. Very, very nice. Okay, so moving back, what did we just do? Well, we just put down this rice. What are the rice for? Well, this rice gives us 1 gold per day, which is currently our income here. We're getting 6 income, 5 from the rice that we have, and 1 from our garden shed as well, because I think you get a base of 1 going forward, which is always nice. So yeah, let's see how we do. Go knight, are you prepared? Let's find out. So here they come. You can see that they're actually slowed down a little bit when they're running through the swamp. That's going to be very useful later on when we have other military units in order to kind of like counter up these guys here. And now we got to move our guys. So our gnomes can be moved. That's all right. Our crops, our buildings, etc. can't be moved unless they explicitly say they can also be moved. So we're going to have to keep that a little bit in mind when we're trying to plan out how we're going to do our defense. Now, as far as this goes, let's have a little look here. So we could get some coffee crops, which could be an interesting thing to do. They only give the same amount of gold, and they cost 3 to put down, but nearby gnomes get 20% cooldown, or additional, or sorry, it takes their actions less time to go off, so it means that we'll shoot faster, etc. if they're next to it. Recycling bin, when goblins destroy things, immediately refund them. That is really nice, but we don't have the money for it. And the hammer, you know what, I think we will actually spend some money to get this hammer. We get it nice and early. We're on day 2 out of 16. There's only 16 days over the course of this, so we've got to keep that in mind. I'm also going to buy this wheat. We don't have very much fertile ground, which is what most crops need, but we do have a little bit around our initial area. It only costs 1 to buy as well, and I quite like wheat. So yeah, I think we'll grab that. I think we're all right other than that. So we can't really afford anything else, unfortunately. So we'll just keep it as is, and we'll probably put down some more rice when we can. I think, given that these are exactly the same, they have got 2 health. Ooh, we might take a little bit of damage here, but we'll have to see how we do. We couldn't put down another archer anyway, so let's see how we do. Just use those shots. Come on, come on. Oh, we are managing to... So one got through. So one got through. Takes off a heart, but we get a heart back from our hammer. Our hammer already paying for itself, which is great. Now, as far as this goes, I would quite like it if we could build a house here. We can see here that this actually will block off their access here. This means that we can put our archer here and he can shoot while they're going across these swampy bits, which is very, very nice. Maybe we should have put that house a little bit further up. We could have had our archer there and they could have shot over all of that, but never mind. That's good enough. We can also see that our archer has actually leveled up as well, because they've gone from a little red cap to a blue cap, which is very, very nice. You can see there that they've got 2 for their veterancy. This actually does mean that they're doing 2 damage. And we can also see that how much damage they've done, how many kills they have as well, which is pretty nice. Let's have a little look at our guys. Well, we've got flail gnomes. Very cool. So these guys don't attack very often, but they do 2 damage, and they do also stun. I actually quite like that. I think we will get some flail gnomes. We can also buy some hedges, or we've even got some roses as well. I don't think we'll worry about that for just now. We can't really afford anything. Flail gnomes are pretty expensive. That'll be good to have somebody who can stun while we have our archers firing as well. Fortunately, no way of really getting any more economics, but you know, we're struggling a little bit on that respect, but we're still doing okay. We managed to clear all them out. Good stuff. Now, how are we going to deal with this is the question. We could potentially buy another archer. We don't have enough for anything else. We got some bamboo. Yeah, the weeds. They don't actually give us anything, which is a little bit annoying. Gnomes get +1 damage with a diamond. Pretty good, pretty good. Crops and weeds deal 2 damage when trampled. It's a decent enough relic, but I don't think it's really what we need. The question is, many small goblins. So they're going to be fast. They're going to be small. They only have 1 health each, but there's 10 of them, and they come out pretty quick. Hopefully that swamp will slow them down for long enough. I wonder if potentially... I mean, does it really make a difference if we put them that side? Maybe we do actually just... As much as I want to get some more rice on the go, I think we get another archer. This will help deal with the future ones going forward as well. They've got a horrible crossfire going, but I'm sure they'll be alright. Yeah, here we go. Ow, ow. Yep, just shooting each other. Not great, but we did manage to very easily keep those goblins from going out further. I think what we'll do is we'll put this guy up here because he'll be able to shoot up this way. This guy's got that angle covered. And let's double check over here. Got yams. Very, very nice. Yams would be potentially a better thing. It's 50% chance of +1 per day, so it's not that great. Piggy bank, I think we will. We need just a little bit of extra econ. We'll get ourselves a rice field as well. We're getting hearts, which is the main thing. From day 5, we just got to try and get some more money coming in every day if we can. And I think, other than everything else in the shop, Bodkin arrows, I will lock that. So we can lock things in the shop, which means they don't get re-rolled. Given that we have mostly archers, I mean, our only 2 gnomes are archers as of just now, I think bodkin arrows could be an idea. Yeah, I quite like that. Let's do it. Okay, so we've got some big boys here. Ouch. Yeah, they're going to need to take a lot of damage, but we've got the damage for it. That's good. What we got over here? Spawns flying goblins. Okay, interesting. I don't think I've ever seen flying goblins. Okay, this is quite cool because we could just put our archers in here. They'll fly over them, but they should be able to shoot over each other and at the goblins. So very, very nice. Having a little look in here. Wolf claw. We don't really need a wolf claw. Don't need sunflowers. Dirtmancer's wand makes ground into normal soil. Given that we quite like swamps, I don't think we'll bother with that for just now. I think what we'll do is we'll keep getting more rice together. I mean, wheat is nice. It does cost double. I suppose if we can get a couple of wheats here, that could be quite good, but we'll maybe try and do that tomorrow. We'll have not enough for 2 wheats. That's the annoying thing. So we'll maybe get another rice, and then we'll have enough for some wheat. And hopefully that should be alright. Oh, there we go. We got some goblins flying at us on brooms, but absolutely dealt with. We managed to level up again. Very, very nice. What are you guys? Wolf Rider tent summons rider goblins. Okay. Alright. I'm scared. So now we're going to have to sit there and yes, I think this is probably a good way to cover it. Can we move down one more? There we go. So we're now covering both things at the full length of coverage with our archers. Great. Let us get a couple more things of rice. Do we just want to get... Could just get a wheat here for just now. We're not going to get the benefit of it until tomorrow, but we're still getting +1. So could be certainly worse. Potentially as well, if we can find out if get a relic or something that can cut down those trees, that'd be great. Goblin mounts are doubled. I don't think we want to get that somehow. Okay, we could build a tent. It is a little bit cheaper than our house and does not block enemies. Interesting. I think we'll just ignore that for just now. We'll try and get those bodkin arrows later on because it will really help our damage. Here come the wolf riders. We're actually doing okay. So we managed to kill those wolves pretty easily. These archers are really being quite powerful. And what have we got here? Now we've got some more flying guys. Yes, some witches' tents. We've got a few of them. I'm a little bit concerned that our archers are going to be overwhelmed is the only thing. And maybe we just need to build more houses. So potentially we build another house and we put a flail guy here. As always, it's always good when we haven't really had to do it because we've got the archers with a long range, but anywhere you can get those kind of like paths by, that's always best to put your melee guys. Let's have a little look in here. We'll see. So this is a way of getting rerolls, but we don't have that bone thing that we were talking about earlier. That's a shame. Let us not worry about that. I think we'll just get rid of this guy here, quiver. Okay, let's lock that. So we've got 2 things that we can lock while we're kind of getting our econ together, and they're going to really buff up our archers, and I think we're going to try and concentrate more on archers. So our flail guy's stunning. We're doing some decent damage. Nice and easy. Nice and easy is exactly what you want. This is a perfect place for our archer to go. What about here? Not so much. We almost kind of want our flail guy there if possible because he can block that path and consolidate them into one if we can. Now, how do we want this to go? I could almost do with this being not like this if we have another way of kind of like managing it. Because if we put you there, they're not going to come from the same bit. We put you there. It does consolidate them if we put something there. If we put like a house there, we can consolidate them. Let's get this wheat down because I was saying that we want to get this wheat. So we're getting a bunch more money, which is great. We could put our archer there. It does mean we don't have very many people covering this, but this is a very annoying bit, this little bit, because we can't quite consolidate it in properly. Unless, yeah, if I try and build a house here, I can consolidate it down a little bit better there, and then we've got everything covered, and this guy's covering up there, this guy's covering up over here. Hopefully, this should be good. Let's get a couple more rice bits as well, just get some extra econ. Double check over here. Garlic, goblins take extra damage, but it's only on fertile things. Beans could be a good one to get as well, but I mean, we're not that worried about fertile ground because we have the rice, and we're in a swamp, so it doesn't really matter in the same kind of sense as well. Alright, I think we're good to go. Let's give this another little try. So yeah, there we go. Smack him with the flail. Okay, a couple of little guys are getting through. Not ideal. We did lose a couple of hearts there, but it could have certainly been worse. That was quite the... it's probably like one of the worst rounds that we could have had, to be quite honest. Okay, we've got some decent money now. Let's buy these so we can free these up. So we could get a fruit basket, interesting. Knife gnome. I do want to get another melee gnome, if possible. We've got our stunner. We've got a bunch of wolf riders as well. Question is, I would really like if we could shoot them as they came out of the swamp, but we're not going to be able to get in range unless we completely change up their pathing, which isn't ideal. So yeah, I think we're going to have to do this. Let's move this guy down. So we're not being able to shoot them while they're over the swamp. Very unfortunate. If we put you there, now completely mess up their pathing if we do that. So yeah, a little bit unfortunate that. We could put one of our archers here. He'd be able to shoot them as they came across and it'd be very good against this one, but the two kind of come in here and then they can consolidate. So I'd rather think we want them at the end rather than that. Let's just save up our money. We've got some good relics for our archers, and this guy should be able to stun as well. Maybe we even want to bring him back, but we need him there to kind of consolidate them. So there we go. We're just going to shoot. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Come on, guys. Come on. Hey, there we go. And they both leveled up as well, which is even better. So they're now sitting at level 3. Job well, Tiny Weather, and Joe Dang Clean Fingers. Good job, lads. Doing some mighty fine work, which is what we like to see. Okay, let's have a little think how we want this to go. We'll put this guy here. We're going to have a bunch of flying guys and then a bunch of wolf riders. I think we actually want another archer here just to cover this bit. He'll be able to shoot down as well, which will be great. Now, what I'm not so happy with is the fact that... Okay, that might be a little bit better actually, because you'll be able to shoot that way, you'll be able to shoot this way, and then we've got our guys kind of covering as well. Let's have a look in the shop. What have we got? Manure makes ground fertile. Interesting. Tactics manual. Gnomes get +1 damage per other unlocked gnome types. That's already, if I'm right, a +3 to everybody. Let's buy that. That sounds great. And level 1 gnomes get additional. Yeah, so our archers are now doing 5 damage. That's going to be because the Bodkin arrows don't even actually increase the damage. All they do is they let them penetrate the armor, which is going to be really good to come later into the game. Let's get ourselves another bit of wheat to increase our econ. And let's keep going. Come on, lads. Hey, there we go. Pew, 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 pew. These archers are really doing some work. It must be said. It must be said loudly. So yeah, we'll move our guys up along here. We're gonna have some more flyers, which isn't ideal. Let's have a little look at our thing here. What we got here? Sundial. That's all right. We don't have much more. Flail guys stun for twice as long. You know what? It's our last relic, but I like it. Let's do it. And then daisies. I don't think we need weeds. Beehives. +1 for each unique crop or weed within a 2-tile radius. If we had more crops, that'd be probably a good one. Dynamite. Blow things up. Yeah, I think we get rid of this. We don't bother with that. We're out of banishes as well, unfortunately. But never mind. As for our population, we need to build more houses. So can we consolidate these guys in? We can indeed. So let's build a house there, just to get those guys to kind of come together. We'll get another archer, because archers are going to be our mainstay, and kind of are our mainstay. Let's be honest, and we'll get another patch of rice. 21 coins per day, doing pretty well. Day 12, things are going to start ramping up. I think we just need to invest all of the rest of our money in gnomes. We'll see how we do. So shoot, 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 shoot. Good stuff, good stuff. The flail guys should be able to keep them stunned for a bit. There we go. Good, good, good. Whole bunch of... So what we got? King's Guard. So these guys actually have a shield, so they'll block damage, but we penetrate armor with our archers. So hopefully they don't be able to do very, very much. Now, the annoying thing is it's kind of difficult to position our archers in a way where they're going to be completely useful. I guess we can put them like there and there. And then the flail guy, if he kind of holds them here, that's also quite useful. And then I suppose we can also shoot this way. Yeah. Let's have a little look at the shop, what we got. Shopping basket. Again, we don't have anything left for our slots here, which is a little bit annoying. We could potentially banish, but I think it does cost. Let's, do we try for a reroll? No, I think we just go ahead and we just purchase as many gnomes as we can. Let's get ourselves another basher, another flail gnome. Do we want to get a knife gnome as well, or do we just concentrate more on archers? I think concentrate more on archers. We'll leave for now. We're wasting a little bit of money. I guess we could get some more rice. Get 2 more rice, and then that gets us 23 a day. I think that should be good. Right, here come the wolf riders. Pew, 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 pew. There we go. We're doing pretty good against them. The main thing is going to be these King's Guard who aren't blocking. With the Bodkin arrows, we're able to actually get through them and they're not blocking at all. This is an awful lot of flying, guys. Deary me, what is going on here? I do not like this one little bit. Okay, so let's get a whole bunch of our archers just everywhere. Good stuff. Let's have a little check in here. First idol. It's good for money, but not good for anything else. We don't need all these. So yeah, that's fine. Let us purchase another little house. Do we want more archers? I think we just want more archers, really. Archers are definitely our kind of mainstay. We do need to build more houses. So let's build another one. We can get another archer. Do we put them there? I think we, because we're not really covering this way particularly well, I think. Hopefully this should be alright. There's an awful lot of archers. I'm actually going to build another house as well, just to use up all of our money. It's not like there's interest, but might as well try and use it up as much as we can. Alright, archers, pew pew pew, pew away. Hey, we're actually doing some really... Having this additional thing, which means the tactics manual, means that all of our guys are doing really, really well. So those little crosses, if we left our guys there, it would mean that the people who are walking would trample our gnomes, they would kill them. So we don't want that happening if possible. Can we put down a little house here? It does consolidate everybody together. Would actually kind of prefer you to all be together like that. Then can we put you... Don't want you trampling the wheat if I can help it. I also really don't like that path. Okay, let's put a house here. Really don't like that path. That path is pretty bad for us, but we can... Oh, have you all consolidated into... You've all consolidated into this one path. Excellent. That's probably because we had the guys there. So let's move all of our guys out of the way so we can see exactly what path we're going to take. We're going to have a whole bunch of wolf riders and such coming this way. We can cover that with these guys. We can cover the flying guy with a couple of archers. And then we've got flying guys and wolves all coming from this way. This is the kind of thing that we don't like. We actually kind of like them when they twist and they turn a little bit more. So what do? We put a flail guy here. Put another archer here. He can kind of cover both. Good stuff. And then we've got one more flail guy left to go. Does he go here or does he go here? He will be able to stun people. I think that's probably good enough. Let's get some more archers because we're going to want to allow them to level up. Let's put that there because it's kind of for both of the kind of ground guys. And yeah, let's keep getting archers. Another archer there. Good stuff. I'm going to lock this health potion in just so we get some more health. Not that we really need it. We're almost there. But yeah, let's go for it. See how we do. Come on, archers. You got to save us. Got to save our garden shed. Looks like we're doing pretty well. That bodkin arrow level up thing was fantastic for us. Now, day 16, last day. We've got to kill the Swamp King tent. We've got to kill this guy. How are we going to do it? Through aggressive amounts of firepower, I think. That's going to have to be how we deal with that. Now, can we block these guys so they just all come together? Doesn't look like it. That's a little bit annoying. Can we? So we can put archers there. We'll put another guy here. There's an awful lot of flying guys, which I'm not too chuffed with, to be perfectly honest. But we'll deal with that as they come. I guess this is probably the best way. Let's have a little look here. So yeah, let's get this. No slots available. Ah, yeah, of course. We're going to need another slot to do that. That's a bit of a waste here. Goat blocks enemies move on. Creates fertile soil every day. It would have been nice to have a goat, but we did not. Okay, yes, so what can we do with our archers? Maybe put another archer here. Let's just spend down. Build more houses so we can get another house here. Get another archer. What do you do? Ah, okay, so if we do that, that'll consolidate all of them to running up that way. Now, the only thing is I'd be worried this... I would be really worried that this kind of just forces them all this way. Would be nice if we could get rid of that rock. That rock's a little bit annoying in terms of placement. Actually, what we could do is... No, that's going to completely change everything if we move that guy there. What if we move this guy along? It's very annoying that we can't fit this guy over here, but I think it's probably good enough. We can't afford any more gnomes, unfortunately. Can't sell anything, I don't think. We can't fit another archer in here, because I would love it if... Oh, that is a good point. If we put a guy here, put our flail guy here, turn this to a swamp to slow them down. Now our archer and our flail guy will be able to kind of use their powers together to just smack. I kind of like that, because we're going to need to hold this this guy here for a bit. Maybe should have done that a bit further up so we could be in line with our archers, but you know, I guess we still can. We still can. If I put him there, yeah. So if I put my flail guys here and I swampify this area here, we've got double stuns. We've got archers covering. Yes, that's how we do it. All right, last round. Good luck, little gnomes. I'm sure we'll be fine. Let's do it. There we go. We've got Swamp King coming. He's being shot. Oh, he's getting absolutely destroyed by the archers. He's dead. Pew, 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 pew. We've done it. I think we've done it. The archers. We have survived. The little Steam achievements coming up there as well. We managed to completely kill off all the goblins. Goblins slain, damage dealt, days survived, 16 survived. This is the first time I've actually won one, which I feel quite nice about. And we've unlocked additional things. We unlocked the champions. We unlocked the militia. We unlocked an entirely new biome. Fantastic. We could keep going in endless mode, but I think what we'll do is we'll go back to the main menu. So yeah, that's Gnomes in a nutshell, really. You know, it's kind of like your other roguelikes. You play tower defense, you try and win. If you do win, fantastic, you've won. You unlock some newer things. You know, every single time you go into a new game, you can go and try some other things here. You get some additional guys that unlocks. There's like 2 whole pages of guilds that you can do, the Highlanders. Should have got them guys out. Whole new biomes as well. It's going to change entirely how it's done, new items, etc. Very, very cool. A very, very cool little game, especially seeing as it's like it's a little indie game made literally by 2 people. You know, I think they've done a really fantastic job with it. So just want to say thank you to them for sending us over a free key for it. I do appreciate that. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed this as well. And if you have, let us know down in the comments, because yeah, it's a very fun little game. I just wish that it hadn't come out before I went on holiday, but never mind, it's out now and I can have a little bit of a go of it. But yeah, no, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Go check out Gnomes on Steam or on any of the other platforms if you want to have a little look at it. You know, it's pretty cheap, and you know, it's always nice to support indie developers as well. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed Gnomes, and hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have enjoyed the video and you want to help us out a little bit, you can always become a member of the Burger Band for early access videos as soon as they're uploaded, rather than when they're scheduled to come out, as well as some other benefits. But most importantly, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Good to be back. Until next time, take care.